Gentlelady yields. I now recognize Mr. Luttrell from Texas.
Good afternoon, Mr. Secretary. How are you today?
Good afternoon, Congressman.
I have a line of questioning I was going to ask you, and I got to tell you, just to mimic Ms. Clark's statements, I think this committee needs to do a better job. If we spend as much time solving problems instead of wire brushing ourselves, there's a point in time I forgot you were in here. And I want to ask you face-to-face, man-to-man, will you meet with me in the next few weeks so we can hash this out? Because what I seem to think that I'm hearing is there's a breakdown in communication and the understanding of either vernacular or language that either makes you responsible for what we have of our expectation. And I think there's a breakdown there. So I'm asking you, would you meet with me so I can tell you what I'm seeing from my district in Texas?
Congressman, I would gladly.
Yes or no? Thank you.
I would gladly meet with you.
Thank you. And so I represent Texas 8. We are basically a landing zone for the border, okay? And I want to bring two names to your attention, Mr. Ethan Griffin, age 22, and Mr. Joshua Gillahan, age 14, both perished from fentanyl, okay? And I don't care what administration you're talking about now, right? I'm past red and blue, okay? Joshua died 8 months ago. Okay, here are my numbers, sir, in my district. In 2020, 325 deaths. In 2021, 538 deaths. 2022, 600 plus, and the number is growing this year. Now, sir, you are the commander of the ship. I have to point my finger at you. I wanted you to address me and say, what would you say to the mothers of these two young men, those babies, because they're in the room? I'm not going to politicize you, sir. But I would ask you that when you go to Mr. Pfluger's office, I'm going to have those mothers there. Would you please address that? Because here's my issue, sir. Every day, I run into those mamas. Every day. And I have to tell them, I'm working on it. Every day in my district, they ask me, why isn't the border secure? What can we do to enhance border security so we are not overwhelmed? And every day, your name comes up. And I can't imagine, after seeing what I've seen today, how challenging it is to you to lead this department. We will do better. I give you my word as a Texan and as a congressman that with this committee, we will do better to provide you guidance as a united body so you can secure our border. That's what we need. Do you agree to that?
Congressman.
Whoa. All right, hey, back that up, buddy. I identify as a man, and I don't have any pronouns.
Congressman. I apologize. Congressman, we need to work together to address the challenges that have been the subject of this hearing. And fentanyl and the scourge of fentanyl is one of them. Let me share with you that the scourge of fentanyl is not new to 2023. It is not.
I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying that at all, sir. What I'm saying is these numbers, and again, you heard me say, I don't care what administration you're talking about, these numbers are progressively getting worse. So, you and I, and this committee, and this body politic, need to put aside our differences because it is the American public that are suffering. No wonder they're pissed at us. Yes?
Agreed, Congressman. Let me share with you one thing that we could do, just one example of what we can do together. Fund the Department of Homeland Security for $305 million so we have a greater level of non-intrusive inspection technology to detect and
I agree that we need to fund. However, sir, if we're going to spend, $3 million on a private law firm to help you prep for hearings, from what I understand, the documentations that I saw today, $1.5 million already gone out the door. As a fiscally conservative man, if we want to fund a department, let's fund it. And let's just not go spending things that we don't need to spend taxpayer dollars on. How about that?
Congressman, I respectfully must say that you are conflating very serious issues with other issues that do not relate.
Which serious issue am I conflating? The border problem?
Hey,
be careful because I'm kind of on your side right now, but that can switch, especially after you call me a woman.
Congressman, I apologize. It's been a number of hours.
I've been here with you the whole time. I get it.
Yeah. Well, let me share with you. Your seat over these last few hours has been very, very different than my seat. So my level, so I apologize for the error. In
You think so?
I meant
You just think because you're taking darts from this committee and
Oh.
didn't you just hear me say that I got to stand in front of those two mothers back there and explain to them what I'm doing to make sure their babies and other babies, what the reason that they died? I didn't think so. I yield back.